Well, it's been more than 2 years since the late Labor MP, Peter Murphy, handed down her landmark report into online gambling. It was a cross-parliamentary report written with parliamentary colleagues, and it suggested a number of reforms, and there's pressure on the government to formally respond. For more, we're joined by gambling researcher Angela Rintoul and former gambling addict and advocate Carolyn Crawford. Good morning to you both. It's really wonderful to delve into this topic with you. Let's speak, Angela, about the report. How groundbreaking was it for you to see parliamentarians from all different stripes come together on this report?
Well, as a person who's been researching this topic for over a decade, it was a very exciting time because for the first time we heard the government or parliamentarians announce that they wanted a public health approach to addressing gambling harm in this country. And the 31 recommendations that they provided in that report to the government are really quite groundbreaking and could be very valuable if they were implemented.
What's the number one thing that would be an easy fix, do you think, in this space?
Well, the lowest hanging fruit, I would have thought, would be to ban gambling advertising. We've seen that happen with tobacco advertising. The Quit campaign bought out tobacco advertising. And so there are precedents for this, not only with other products that are addictive, but also in other countries across the world now. We've seen countries progressively ban gambling advertising, and it's certainly something that the public is motivated to change.
We had the Minister on yesterday and she said, we're looking at this, but can you understand why it's taken so long? Is it lobbying? Is it something behind the scenes that we're not seeing?
Well, how long does it take to meet with stakeholders? That was my question, because that's taken a while. Yeah.
That's right, and they said it's just a very complex topic, but actually the committee recommended a progressive ban on gambling advertising over a 3-year period. So as I said, it has happened with other products before. It's been done in other countries. So it comes down to money and power, as we heard last night on the Four Corners episode.
Carolyn, tell us a little bit about your story.
My gambling was pokies. Back in 2016, I was sentenced to prison for 18 months with a 2-year correction order after prison because my stealing money to gamble. I ran an office and I was capable of stealing the money through EFT, through the transfer from the company. The boss I worked for was one that taught me how to use the pokies. And I used to, if he was free, not going out to one of his girlfriend's places, he'd ask me out for dinner. I'd go because, I liked him. And I just got addicted to the pokies, and I didn't understand that I was addicted until I went to prison and got a counsellor in prison, and he taught me all about it. And now, because I know that, I know all about the addiction, I know how harmful these machines are, I know how harmful gambling is, because I've got many friends now in the that have been suffering from gambling harm. That's why I speak out and fight the good fight.
What's it been like recovering from that addiction? And do gambling companies, you think, owe some of the people who are addicts a bit more duty of care to try to stop them, realise there's a problem?
Can you please not use the word addict?
Oh, apologies. Yes, but I guess people who are then gambling all the time, what sort of things would you like to see from companies that are, responsible and making a lot of money out of this?
I'd like to see them take responsibility. For instance, when I signed up at Crown back in the day, I put down that I was quite capable of spending $1 million a day, and they allowed that.
Wow.
Back in the day, and now it's a little bit different. You've got to sign up and you say how much, but you can still put a level up there that is quite high for a normal person. And there's no restrictions. There is restrictions coming in with the pokies, but they're still not good enough because they're not going to be a mandatory thing. But the things that are coming in could have saved me from going to prison, could save lives. I know of many people that have committed suicide, and I must admit I thought about it many times. If it wasn't for my children, I wouldn't be here now.
Gee, Carolyn, thanks very much for your candour on this. It's such a difficult topic, but I know it'll help a lot of people. Angela, there seems to be a spread of different laws around the country as well. How challenging is that when it comes to uniformity in this space? Because you can go interstate and it's different. You can gamble in the middle of the night in some states, right?
Well, I think this fragmentation that we have due to federalism, is actually allowing governments to shift responsibility between the federal and the state government. So we have under the Constitution, the way it's interpreted at the moment, the states are responsible for poker machine gambling, which still account for the largest burden of harm in Australia. Whereas the federal government accepts responsibility for online wagering, however, they don't regulate it. So what we've got at the moment is a very lax system where operators are able to hide between the different levels of government, really, and no one's overseeing it properly. So we definitely need a complete overhaul that involves a national system of regulation for all gambling products.
Thanks to you both on this important topic.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time this morning.
And if you need help, you can reach out to Gambling Help Online. The numbers are there on your screen, the National Debt Helpline or Lifeline as well.